Alright, welcome everyone to another RRWC2025 knockout stage winners bracket round 1 match between TheTimeCube and GiggsRH. We will be moving on to Sapienza just under a minute's time from now on, which was TimeCube's map pick of choice, which apparently it wasn't. Seems like GiggsRH has picked Sapienza despite this being the first map, and TimeCube has picked Dartmoor. Apparently that's going to be map number 2 in that case. Anyhow, the bans are Isle of Scale on the side of TimeCube, and GiggsRH banned Haven. So 2 maps we will not see in the random maps that will be revealed after we played the first 2 maps. We can hear on both their players. Fake Diana is counting down at the bottom of our screen. We can see the stats, and it's gonna be Sylvia Cruz shoot through the telescope as a waiter, and Francesca DeSantis no KO with an SMG in a mansion staff. Got one of the uniques. Very nice. Shooting Samio through the telescope. You have more options for that than you'd think, I believe. I believe it is like almost enough to just shoot the telescope from anywhere, really. Giggs replanning to not start in the safe house, but the main square. Time is starting in a safe house, but immediately running downstairs. There's one disguise outside the mansion. That's the waiter. And Time seems to be going for exactly that, just like Giggs is. Giggs is using the banana grab, but it gets spotted doing so. So a restart in order for them. Meanwhile, Time manages to get this waiter disguise nice and easy, and can just make their way to the mansion, or just check out the box real quick. It's gonna cost him very much needed seconds, as Giggs is struggling with this initial disguise grab. Grari in Twitch chat pointing out that he's shooting the wrong car. And also seems to be not 100% in the correct location, and I believe TimeCube has just crashed. And now we can see it quite clearly. Put his sniper rifle back into his briefcase. And that's a crash from TimeCube. So far, he's surprisingly not losing a lot. As Giggs is having major troubles with this initial grab. Of course. Yep, there it is. The spin was cleared, and we will see a respin the first Sapienza in a couple of seconds. As I'm not sure if Time is, I think Time is just tabbed out, or if he actually crashed again. Oh, Giggs crashed as well. Damn, I missed. Yeah, Time hasn't crashed again. I missed Giggs crashing, to be fair. I just see that they're on the loading screen again. So yeah, we will see new Sapienza spin in a couple, just under a minute now. Sadly, we have experienced a lot of crashes with the game recently. Which also means we have decided to lift the one respin per player rule for now, and generally our admins have decided to be more give more leeway with respins happening with crashes during the match. But means we get another Sapienza in a couple of seconds. TimeCube slightly favored in terms of win rate. Also in plays and his personal best is slightly lower, but Giggs had to pick something, and it was Sapienza by the looks of things. Maybe the second spin. God, fake Diana is passing out for both of them. It's going to be Silvio Caruso. The waiter is still in there, so Giggs can maybe put his practice to the test. With a loud pistol as a no KO kill, and Francesca DeSantis electrocution as a plague doctor. So we still have the no KO, we still have the waiter, just the no KO is in a different, another target. Time has also started main square. They swapped around their starts, surprisingly. Giggs powerfully pointing out a PI lure could be cool here, and I believe that is what... I don't exactly know what Giggs is doing, to be fair, but definitely felt like it. Giggs threw the banana at the face of the guard. I'm not sure if that he expected that would knock him out, but thrown banana is a soft KO. So it doesn't work. The plague doctor that you can wear or start in, since it's a suit reskin, it doesn't count towards this kill condition. It has to be the plague doctor that's on the map for it to count. And yeah, I think Giggs is preparing a PI lure, if I had to guess. Placed an EMP there and turned on the sync through the explosive at the start. I believe Giggs is setting up for this to be a remote electrocution. Meanwhile, Time has managed to get the waiter disguise and is moving into the mansion. Giggs picked up the first required disguise, being the plague doctor. Still has plenty of time. Needs a waiter, however. But is. We do not know. I'm not 100% sure what Giggs is going to be doing for the next couple of minutes. Is he just gonna wait for Francesca? By his looks, maybe. Can't really set up anything for Silvio as he's an OKO. And also doing anything for the waiter is going to be difficult in this trespassing disguise. Maybe a bit of setup. I hope Giggs isn't looking for Silvio, as there's a big red box underneath behind his name stating no target pacification. But it does seem like he is well aware of that. TimeCube is setting up Francesca electrocution now. KO'd or cleared. Did the office clear out? Dragging her to the sink in her bathroom. Gonna take care of the guard as well. Giggs. Ooh. Francesco was finally at the spot where he turned on the sink and prepared the electrocution. Ooh, and time. No, that's the wrong disguise. TimeCube did the electrocution kill, but he did it in the waiter disguise, which is required for the Silvio kill.
You've got mail.
There it is. He received the mail, and I think he's just realized that disguise is the wrong one. So both players are restarting. And this Sapienza is giving both of them more troubles than anticipated. Giggs back to a start of getting the waiter. Another spot, another restart. Time hasn't. That's not a crash from TimeCube, I'm fairly certain. That was just a tab out, yeah, to acknowledge the message. Otherwise, he's gonna have a notification sound in his ear until the rest of the spin. We have had players in the past not acknowledging or not reading their mail, so we try to make extra sure to make it as obnoxious as possible, so they would definitely read when match admins try to send them something. Ooh, Giggs, the waiter just didn't stand on the banana fully, didn't KO him, so that's another restart. And Time now in the lead again, got the waiter disguise, making his way to the mansion. Basically, Time has this spin down entirely. He did the I want to say the hard part of Francesca kill. Of course, Loud Silvio's not trivial, but certainly doable. Just one disguise swap is gonna be all that's needed for Time to pull this spin off correctly. Let's see. I wonder if Time's gonna just get the disguise before going upstairs, or if he's gonna set up the kill and then return. By the looks of things, no, he is just gonna get the Plague Doctor and then go upstairs with it, do the kill live, pretty much. Oh, maybe not. Oh no, he's just moving the disguise behind this, or closer to the hallway, it seems. Giggs not showcasing the full potential of this grab, I want to say. Finally managed to get it. Let's hope that Giggs can keep this run going, otherwise he might have another couple of minutes of struggling with that. Alright, TimeCube up here again. And preparing this electrocution kill. This time in the correct disguise. So he can just do it immediately. There's the kill for Time. And one kill correctly down. Second disguise already waiting. Just the Silvio isolation and kill. And hopefully no KO on Silvio. And Time can snatch this one away. Meanwhile, Giggs also up here now a bit earlier than Time was, but needs to wait for the Francesca timing now. In the meantime, Time is preparing I'm not sure, 100% sure what their plan about the loud part of this kill is gonna be. There are guards all around. Could be lockdown strategies happening. Could be letting him walk upstairs. Lots of possibilities. No letting him walk upstairs though. 2 KOs. And it is gonna be a lockdown, or he's hoping for a lockdown at the very least. Letting Silvio spot the knocked out body of his guard. There it is, target lockdown. Hopefully he will run correctly down here, and he will indeed. Giggs in the meantime is setting up the Francesca kill, just like Time did about 2 minutes ago. And Time got the Silvio kill, Giggs got the Francesca kill. Guard gonna be investigating, but it's not gonna be of no use. The EMP has been tossed and detonated. The virus is taken care of, and Time will exit the Sapienza 10 minutes 15 in. Very nicely done, and taking the lead 2-0 starting this match. Very nicely done. Both players had their troubles with this spin, but in the end, TimeCube gonna be the first to finish. All right. TimeCube did use the same electro basically as Giggs did, just upstairs bathroom, the sink, and a remote taser. We will now move on from Sapienza, which was Giggs' map pick, which should have been map number 2, to Dartmoor, which is TimeCube's map pick, which should have been map number 1. So far, neither of these players have a positive win rate on Dartmoor. 5-7-0 for Time versus 2-4-0 for Giggs. Both 2 losses behind, basically. But if we look at the personal bests, that's about night and day between them. 26 from TimeCube is like half the time of the 453 from Giggs. So the map pick from Time definitely favored here. So we have our expectations for Dartmoor. Let's see if Giggs can finish the Sapienza spin, actually. We get spotted and we'll exit to menu with 40 seconds to go. Might be the better choice. Dartmoor, definitely a map where pure execution speed does matter. Both players pre-planning behind mansion start as expected. Both a Calmer in their inventory, a Calmer in the briefcase, a remote-o-matic gas grenade, and Giggs preparing for a silenced assault rifle, and TimeCube for a silenced sniper. Let's see if the spin is going to feature either of them. It's going to be Private Investigator, and I need to replan. It is going to be Alexa Carlisle Photographer with a garden fork. Surprised to see both of them immediately going into the, although that could be stream delay, going into the their smuggle instead of just immediately hitting play. I don't think you need anything special for this. Both loading in for a very long time, but almost synchronized. Let's see. Photographer, disguise out here. Different grabs already from both of them. And I do have to say, I think, oh, Giggs restarts. Misses a Calmer, I believe. Oh, and Time gets spotted on the disguise change. Also needs to restart. The first Dartmoor in RRWC2025 to feature a restart from both players, I feel like. that is not a true fact, or it could be, I don't actually know. Giggs this time pulling off the grab just fine, however. And racing into the mansion. Garden Fork somewhere outside, I can tell you that much. Don't know the exact location, but I think it's somewhere along the side of the mansion. And late Trank on the butler to get his token. So Giggs is ever so slightly ahead. Both with the Emetic, both getting time big whoosh, but gets the Trank down before getting spotted by Rebecca. And TimeCube both actually have picked up the Garden Fork. Giggs is actually moving inside to close the door and throw. This could be a deciding factor as Time's just throwing from the outside. This is gonna be a photo finish, and Time is actually leading. Stream delay being a huge factor here. 3 seconds between them. Time finishing 2 minutes 18. Giggs finishing 2 minutes 21. Yanini, our lovely match admin, confirming 3.084 seconds difference in finishing time. Both players on 2 loads, I believe. I don't think anybody had a second restart. Both had 1. So we will have a photo finish calculation. We can see it on TimeCube's end. Going into Discord. Checking the message. Both players do know now that this is a photo finish. And we will wait a couple of seconds before, or minutes probably, before we will know a decisive result for this map number 2. Time is definitely leading, and I think they had comparable loads, so it's going to be hard for Giggs to be able to catch up, but definitely not impossible. What will happen now is we will go ahead and check, or the admin / admins, I think Yanini has help, or might have help from some other admins of the community, are going to look at the streams of both of these players and count the loading times for both of them at this point, probably even in frames, going in frame by frame to get the most exact number floating time for both of them. And then we will deduct the load time from both of them from their finishing time, and that way have the pure playing time from both of them. And should Giggs be able to close the gap up for to a 2 second, within a 2 second lead of either player, this map will be called a draw, and both players will get 1 point. Should Time or Giggs be able to lead by more than 2 seconds, they will get the 2 points for this map. Excuse me, Seth. All right. This Dartmoor, certainly the map we expected a photo finish on, very likely. We do not know the next map. We will see a next map regardless of the result of this photo finish, as this is a 1st to 6 match, and even with a TimeCube win, you would only be on 4 points, so 2 more are required to advance. This was another, or is another match of a 1st place in a group against a 4th place in a group. TimeCube finished on top of Group B. Going got ahead against the Reaper 47, Elf, and Channel joined. 3 other players advancing from that group, and I believe TimeCube was also a first seed for this World Championship. On the other side, Giggs narrowly managed to advance in 4th position of Group C. Managed to finish on 18 points, 1 point ahead of some random person and Cobalt in 5th and 6th to get the final advancement spot. Other players who advanced from that group were Dynamos, Apricope, Pidgearrow. So the odds were definitely favored towards TimeCube, I want to say. But as we saw here in this Dartmoor and also in the Sapienza, it's not impossible to for an upset. To happen here. Let me quickly check who they one of these or both of these players will be playing against. This is a winners bracket round 1 match. This year the knockout stage of the World Championship features a double elimination bracket for the first time. And therefore, no matter who loses here, they will still be in the tournament and have more matches to play. The winner of this match will play against the winner of Ducker versus Magic Dave 94, and the loser of this match will play against the loser of that match. So this is a round 1 match, so those 2 matches are directly linked in the lower half of the upper bracket. And after that, got plenty of opponents to choose from. Above them, Grari and Hausen are still available in the upper bracket. Let me see. Yeah, the losers bracket winner would play against the loser of the winner of Crescent versus Studykins versus the winner of Yanini versus Elf. So that is quite a big maybe at this point still. 2 round 1 matches that have not been played yet. But of course, we are like 3 days into the knockout stage. So plenty of matches already played, but also a whole lot of matches still up and coming. For anyone wondering why we are still here, we're waiting on the photo finish result of the Dartmoor of the TimeCube versus GiggsRH RRWC2025 winners bracket round 1 match, map number 2, which should have been map number 1, was Dartmoor, with our lovely spin that we can see at the bottom. Both players having a photo finish, finishing within 3 seconds of each other, even after they're both restarted once. TimeCube with a slight lead of 3 seconds, but this could very well end in a draw. So yeah, we are awaiting the loading time calculations and therefore a decisive map result. We will see more maps after this one. it's hidden RNG for the knockout stage of the World Championships, so we do not know what maps to expect. The only thing that we do know is that it's not going to be Dartmoor or Sapienza, as those two have already been played, and it's not going to be Isle of Scale or Haven Island, the two islands already out, banned from the two players. The third island being Ambrose Island, still in the mix. Maybe we will see that as a possible random map, but we will see at the very least one random map. One player needs 6 points to advance to the knockout stage, and not advance to the knockout stage, but in the knockout stage. So if TimeCube manages to win this Dartmoor, we will see at least one random map. If it's a draw or a Giggs win, we will see 2 random maps at the very least. So we are in for a good time. I am slowly running out of things to talk about during the wait. We do have more matches happening today. Next of them are happening in 1.5 hours. Quadrility versus I Like Hitman and Infofun versus Channel Joint, both happening at 7 p.m. Central European Time. Or, of course, your local time zone obviously may be different. An hour after that, at 8 p.m. Central European Time, Afra's going to face off against Joker J. 9 p.m. we're going to have Yanini versus Elf. 10 p.m. Frost7 versus Chris X3, and 11 p.m. Ducker versus Magic Dave. The winner of which will play the winner of this match, and the loser will play the loser. And we have a result, and it is gonna be a draw between these two players. The TimeCube pressed, done 3.048 seconds earlier, but then loaded for a duration of 14.53 seconds over 2 loads. Giggs did load about a second or more, being 15.65 seconds over his 2 loads. So times load shrunk from 3.084 seconds to 1.97 seconds, but it is the lead of TimeCube minus his loads is less than 2 seconds, so Dartmoor was declared a draw, and we will move on with a 3-1 scoreline. Moving on to our first random map, being Chongqing. 3-1 means the match will not end after this Chongqing. The closest we can get to a done match is going to be a 5-1 TimeCube lead. But anything more than that, it's not going to be possible. But for now, we have to play Chongqing first. Get a stream buffering on GiggsRH. Hopefully that's not a stream crash or anything. The stats currently do definitely favor TimeCube, however. 5-0-0, never lost on Chongqing. Oops, I pressed the wrong button and refreshed the entire overlay by accident. That's not what I meant to do. Anyways, back where we were. 5-0-0 for TimeCube. 3 minutes 15 personal best. Close to the 2 minutes 39 all-time record. But Giggs is actually offline. Let's see if we can get his stream back. We will get another ad, but hopefully Twitch is gonna allow us to watch his stream as the spin is arriving in 10 seconds. 020 is his
Duel starts
Oh,
in
yeah,
10
there it is. Very nice.
seconds.
Got there just in time.
9,
No personal best. 2 losses so
7,
far for Giggs.
6,
Maybe this can be his first
4,
Chongqing win. It's going to be
3,
Hush, no target
2,
pacification,
1.
silenced shotgun as the facility engineer, and Imogen Royce with a loud pistol as the board member. Interesting spin. Hush, no KO, definitely throws a wrench into the plans here, I want to say. TimeCube is planning a facility analyst start, while Giggs, I think, is starting in the as a dumpling cook. Yep, he is indeed. So TimeCube is planning for an early facility engineer. Giggs is planning for an early board member.
With an authentic security clearance. The signal is encrypted. Without a dongle, we can't hack it.
TimeCube pulling this grab off perfectly fine. Giggs had a short replan, I think wanted to, or swapped out his pistol to a loud one or something like that. Also getting this grab fine. And yeah, both of them kind of approaching this spin in a different order. Giggs, I believe, is doing Imogen first. Hasn't shot a drone yet, but maybe because he only has a loud pistol, wants to do it from in here. Or maybe not, or maybe he just wants to stash his board member, get a facility engineer. He is replanning and reconsidering his strategy. In the meantime, TimeCube is infiltrating the block expertly. Facility engineer disguise on his body, silenced shotgun in his briefcase. And he has successfully made it to Hush's floor. Hush is not at his desk anymore, but a peekaboo can still save TimeCube. Let's see if he can get Hush's attention. It's gonna be the deciding factor here.
That's him.
Oh,
Hush the bastard.
no, he finally did it. TimeCube had a bit of troubles.
A lot over.
Oh, but no, Hush's interest got cancelled some way. Maybe now, no. Another possibility. Now Hush has finally taken the bait, going into here. Giggs having troubles with the board member disguise grab. Stacking up restarts again. Mogwai has been KO'd first. Hush has been shot into the back with the silenced shotgun of TimeCube. Picking up a loud pistol and a block guard from this guy. And will make his way towards Imogen Royce, or rather the dumpling cook noodle place, whatever you want to call it, first to pick up the board member disguise. Giggs finally managed to get a run going again, currently in the board member. And yeah, I think is just gonna stash the board member inside the facility and rather grabs a facility engineer first.
There's no way you're getting through that door 47.
Explosion, panic, and banana placement.
Security clearance.
Hopefully
Signal's encrypted. Without a
that
dongle,
still
we can't-
works, even
That
that late into the run. Usually it's something you do right away after analysts start. And it could be that... Oh, there's a guard, but the facility engineer that Giggs was looking for is nowhere to be seen. So Giggs in some troubles here. I think he's mainly looking for a way to stash his disguise. And hopefully also get a facility engineer in the long run, to be fair. Oop, is lots of whooshes around, and the door closing right in front of him is not going to help him. Giggs restarting again, but it could be his last on Chongqing at the very least. TimeCube managed to get the board member and is slowly but steadily following Imogen up these steps. Imogen is a loud kill, which definitely does make or can make it more difficult. However, there are nice properties about the floor and ceiling on this map as TimeCube gets spotted by the one lady going down to the facility. He wanted to do the wall bang, and it would have been a perfect end to his run. But TimeCube unfortunately needs to restart. All that run lost, all that time put into the run, gone. But he has shown he does know how to do this. He has the strategy. He knows how to execute it. Just the last 15 seconds of his run is exactly what he needs to change. But even at that, even though a costly TimeCube restart, I would say that Giggs, he is already in the lead again over Giggs. Giggs has the board member disguise, which is pretty nice, but nothing else yet. And is now going upstairs in the board member disguise as well. Even though he needs to kill Hush and then facility engineer, and he can't prepare the kill either. So I'm very curious what Giggs' plan is. He has a street guard lured. Not sure if that's intentional or not. Maybe it was. He's getting slight whooshes by him for carrying a pistol, but no. Guard is gonna move away again. Loud, using a loud pistol to shoot a drone. Apparently that's all Giggs came up here to do. He's gonna make his way down again and get the Imogen kill. Well, TimeCube desperately needs to get Hush's attention again. Just proven to be more difficult than he anticipated, but I think he actually managed to get it quicker than last time. Just needs to wait for Mogwai to get around the corner. A shot to the back of Hush is gonna seal his fate. TimeCube, first kill done, and the rest at this point is almost a formality. He hasn't even... Oh, he has KO'd the researcher earlier. I thought he didn't even KO him, which would have been quite funny. Yeah, Giggs waiting for Imogen. Meanwhile, TimeCube on a run. Running down to get the board member disguise, shot a drone. So Imogen is moving. He's managed... I didn't exactly see how he got the board member last time. All I know is that it was blazingly fast. Because by the time I looked onto his screen again, he was already wearing it.
Nothing wrong with her look, though. Edgy.
Mr. Pritchard, I presume. Hi, I'm Chelsea.
I am curious how Giggs is gonna approach this loud kill. If he's gonna try to do the same as a time that well, he can't do the same since, well, the Imogen isn't Hush isn't dead yet. Time would have exited straight after the loud kill, making this quite safe. This time is KOing that lady that ripped him last time, putting her into the box, and now Time should have no one standing in his way anymore. Imogen already up there near the spot, but even if she gets up there, she will just stop at the top of the stairs. The guard might be in a bit awkward situation then, but even that shouldn't be an issue for Time. He's even here in before she reached the top of the stairs. KO, a drag. Both players dragging Imogen simultaneously, however, one of them, Time, is already almost done with the spin, while Giggs barely on his first kill, and a quite risky one at that if they want to try and shoot from here and dump her before the guards turn around. TimeCube is doing exactly what I mentioned, abusing a nice property of the ceiling slash floor right there, as it is wall bangable, and will exit 12 minutes. Basically done the kill twice, and will take the lead 5-1 as we move to our potentially final map of this match, Berlin. TimeCube very much in the lead now, and this is gonna be Giggs' first competitive Berlin. So that is gonna be quite difficult for him. Now it's gonna take care of these checkpoint guards as well now, just to make sure. It's gonna drag Imogen all the way back. And I'm curious if Giggs can get this kill off with green guns, honestly. I am very much so. We will find out in a couple of seconds, actually. And this could now work. The guard did panic, but he saw his body KO'd. And is first gonna take care of him. So yeah, Giggs is gonna... would have managed to get the Imogen kill done, but he sadly was a bit too slow, and we'll move on to Berlin in a bit. TimeCube's performance here, 930. Definitely a force to be feared on Berlin. Has played it a couple of times. Has shown to be quite good. 618 is the time, his personal best, his time to beat, respectable time for an average Berlin spin. Giggs is aware of the map changes, just saved his attempt on Chongqing and might want to finish or try to finish this spin later. We'll move on to Berlin now. Never played it competitively in Roulette Rivals. Doesn't mean a lot, to be fair. Could also just be that they have played it in obviously other events, community events, Roulette League, whatever. Those stats are not included here, so let's hope they know what they are doing. But to make it to this point of the tournament, they should know what they are doing. Map record 4 minutes 25 seconds, quite fast. Not sure if that's going to be beaten with this Berlin spin, but there's always a chance it's going to be next snap as a bartender, no KO, hobby knife as a biker, fiber wire delivery guy, loud assault rifle and roll finish Miller, no KO as well, and combat knife as a DJ. 3 upstairs disguises, 2 downstairs disguises, although biker can be anything really if you want. TimeCube immediately in, but replanning to get the combat knife. Technically, that's really something you want to bring into the map, and not something you want to pick up. Hobby knife, technically something you could bring in as well, but that is a bit more accessible since you've got to go for DJ anyways. TimeCube preparing his first kill right here. Bartender next snap, the disguise he's already in, and a target right there. There's the next snap, and that's 1 kill down for TimeCube. Gonna be marked in our overlays very soon. There it is, very nice. Giggs got Swan alert and is in the delivery guy disguise, has 0 phones, and is gonna get the delivery guy firewire kill as his first. While TimeCube is gonna get the same kill very soon as well. There it is. TimeCube on 2, Giggs on 1. Also picking up a biker disguise while they're at it. And a hobby knife. Wait, what? Is that there? Is there a hobby knife in the biker area? I didn't know that. Or did he bring that in or something like that, or smuggle it in? Possibilities over possibilities. TimeCube slowly approaching Agent Montgomery while GiggsRH did the hobby knife biker kill. So both players going extremely fast, ticking off these kills in this match. TimeCube about to get it as well. There it is. 3 for 2. Giggs is just 1 kill behind really. And TimeCube has 2 targets remaining, 2 kills remaining. One of them is going to be Agent Banner, who heals alert down here. And by the looks of things, that's going to be the DJ kill. 1 KO'd DJ later. Combat knife already in his inventory as required. That is kill number 4 for TimeCube. Only loud AR. Hirschmiller missing. While Giggs is inside the club compound, carrying a loud assault rifle and a biker disguise. Biker disguise no longer needed. He's already done with it. But of course makes the loud AR illegal to carry, so that's definitely a bonus point. TimeCube got the Rolf disguise, has Agent Chamberlain in the security center right now. So this is gonna be a very, very quick final kill if TimeCube can manage to pull it off. It is live, which does make this a whole lot more difficult. There's an exit nearby, but it's a loud weapon and it's a live kill. Chamberlain can't really decide where to go. Chamberlain is not behaving correctly for TimeCube. So we had a bit of a buffer for Giggs. Here, pranked to leave and then came back and left and came back. But now that's gonna be a soundproof spot. Kill number 5 done for the time in Cube. And he will make his way out the map. 5 minutes 56 seconds, not a new record, maybe a new personal best. And even at that, a very nicely done 7-1 victory. Clean place from TimeCube, dominant on all maps, apart from the Dartmoor photo finish tie, but even then, greatly played from both players. Giggs had the strats down. Sapienza couldn't get the grab, sadly. Dartmoor had it down, took it to a draw. Chongqing maybe just chose the wrong order of things, and here in Berlin couldn't get a run going, sadly. But tournament's not over for them either, and both are gonna continue playing. The 2 more random maps would have been Marrakesh and New York following now, but we will not see those anymore as TimeCube has reached 7 points required. Or 6 would have been enough, but he's managed to reach 7 points and will advance in the brackets, which hopefully has updated already. There it is. TimeCube versus GiggsRH is done, and TimeCube will face Ducker, the winner of Ducker versus Magic Dave, in the winners bracket round 2. But we do have a winners bracket, so we also have a losers bracket. We can see GiggsRH is awaiting the loser of match 1.12, which is exactly that Ducker versus Magic Dave match. So still a second chance of making the finals, and nothing is lost for quite yet for them. We have some upcoming matches as well in almost exactly 1 hour. 2 matches are gonna start. Cotility versus I Like Hitman on Marrakesh and Mendoza, and Infofun versus Channel Join on I Love Scale and New York, as I mentioned before. And then we have some more matches today, starting at 20 o'clock, 21, 22, 23, midnight times 2, 3 a.m. and then tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. again. Some more round 1 matches. So yeah, exciting times and exciting matches to be played. All right, I think at this point, all I've left to say is to thank you all very, very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the cast. Thanks to the 2 players for playing. Congratulations to TimeCube for winning this one, and best of luck to Giggs for his lower bracket run. Thanks to Janini for adminning this match for us. And thanks all of you for watching. I hope to see you soon in another World Rivals cast. Thank you and goodbye.